All right. Uh, Bonjour, everybody, and welcome to KBFT's virtual music interviews. We're here with the Brothers Burn Mountain, based out of Duluth, Minnesota. They're a soulful, energetic duo and real-life brothers, Jesse and Ryan. They have been playing music together almost 20 years. They've released 10 full-length albums of original music. Their latest album, The Dark Exchange, was produced by Alan Sparhawk from the band Low. But the real treat is to see them live. And we'll be talking about their upcoming performance here on KBFT Facebook Live in just about a week and a half, 12th at 7 p.m. So, hey guys, how you doing?
Hey Chaz, doing all right. How are you doing?
Awesome. Thanks for coming on the show. It's awesome to have you guys. And I've been watching you guys for a couple of years now, and I'm really beginning to become a fan of the Brothers Burn Mountain. And that's one of the things I've really noticed about you the first time I seen you is just your energy you guys have on stage and the rhythmic performance and the percussion performances that you guys do live is really amazing and really original and really unique. So that's one of the things I wanted to add. Is there something that I might have missed, or how would you describe your sound?
Oh, geez, it's really diverse, and we have really wide-ranging quick, and we love the natural world, and we try to get as much of the natural vibes and the natural sounds, pileated woodpecker hammering and the grouse thumping and the beaver slapping of the lake. Those sorts of sounds, they somehow make it in there. We love to nature hike and soak up those natural vibes.
I like that. It's almost like the sound right outside your back door. And speaking of right outside your back door, you guys live in a pretty remote place where your studio is at. And does that
We do. Our back door is just over here, and there's a squirrel chitter-chattering rhythmically, funny enough, right out there, shooting out beatbox and squirrel beats.
Man, that's awesome. You guys have been doing a lot of shows outside, right outside on your porch and right outside of your place. And I had a chance to catch a couple of those, and I was really, really impressed by the sound quality of your audio that you had in your production of your live concerts, and how was that putting all that together? It sounds like you were hired an engineer to come in and to do all the mixing, but was it just an environmental thing, or?
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, we try our best to tweak the sounds, and most of our live streams have been outdoors, and kind of the natural acoustics of the sounds reverberating off the blue spruce is it kind of nice atmosphere for making music outdoors,
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. And you guys just released a new album, The Dark Exchange. Can you tell us a little bit of the recording process on that?
Yeah, sure. It's our recording process has grown into something that's rather spontaneous. We don't come in all that rehearsed. We don't want to know too much where things are supposed to go in our minds, so that things can more naturally fall into place as we're spontaneously playing along. I personally am more of a one, maybe two take kind of guy. Anything more than that, and I start overthinking. Maybe that's a weakness of mine, but it's definitely something that we have to abide by, because come third take, I don't necessarily lose interest, but the spontaneous.
He throws his drumsticks down after the third take. He goes, I'm not doing any more takes. I'm out of here.
Whatever you got, you got. Yeah.
That helps keep the element of spontaneity.
Yeah, and too, we had Alan Sparrock come up for a couple of full days of recording. In the early fall, a couple of years back, and he's of a rather like mind, and he's got a spontaneous way of hearing things, and you can just hear something and immediately play it into the living world, and so that really helped, and his really inventive guitar sounds and his soulful singing and that sort of stuff really, and his drum consciousness for me helps. A lot of good ideas coming around.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff really shines on the new album. And so I've always wondered about the name of the group, the Brothers Burn Mountain. How did you choose that name? And what is the meaning of the name?
Real question. I think the name came from our just plethora of trundles in nature, in the mountains. We've Rocky Mountains of Colorado, the Luberon Mountains of southern France, the Alps, the Pyrenees, or wherever. We just really love that feeling that you get after several miles of hiking at a high peak views and all the different kinds of weather and winds and the rivers and streams. That had something to do with it. And I always thought there ought to be a Burn Mountain because I like the name Burn River, or Brule River in northern Wisconsin is a kind of French for burnt river. And I thought, man, there's got to be a Burn Mountain somewhere, and never found one. So I thought, well, why don't we just make one? And we're brothers, so the Brothers Burn Mountain has a much more melodious ring than the Brothers Dermody. It's kind of stodgy, not very fruitful sounding. So that's, over a long time, we kind of figured that one out together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it now, you guys have that natural element, the mountains and, it's like a high spiritual plateau, but you guys are definitely on fire. So it all fits perfectly. And your brothers, I get it. I don't know if there's anybody else that was been wondering or, but yeah, it's a real, makes you think name, and it's cryptic, but it's not really cryptic enough, but yeah, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
So I know you guys have been doing a lot of the live shows, and how else has the COVID pandemic kind of hit you and your business, if we can talk about that briefly? How have you?
Well, it's one of our greatest loves in life is to get to play shows. So that's been a real challenge. And, as you know, we've been doing live streaming to kind of, as a continuation of just playing our instruments and working together on music. It's been a real challenge though, because usually we'll play at least 2-3 shows a week. Now, maybe one show a month, or, we used to do a live stream every other week, and that was pretty continuous until recently. So what we've done is we've continued to play every day, but we moved our work into the studio. So we're just continuing to do recording, playing our instruments every day, just working on a new album to kind of take advantage of the time that we don't have to tour. And that way we're still creating, still making music together.
We're also, there might be a little rust on the brakes a little squeakiness, but it's not as bad as it would be if we got lazy and didn't play every day. You know, I remember talking to you yesterday. You were talking about having to play drums at least half an hour to an hour every day, or you start, you know, you don't know where things go anymore. You have to think about it, and everything gets slowed down and choppy. The rhythm doesn't happen as fluidly.
You lose your fluidity a little bit.
Yeah.
It's good to just grab your guitar or drumsticks every day for half hour, as long as you want to play, and just do it regardless of whether there's an audience or not, just so you can continue to have that fluidity.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys there. You know, you got to keep the machine oiled and you know, keep the creativeness and keep that thing. And as you know, and drumming is very physical and very physically demanding. And if you're not practicing, then you kind of lose stuff. So, you know, it's good to be fluent that way. But as long as we're on the subject of performing live, can you talk about the upcoming show on December 12th? And what can we look forward to that performance?
Yeah, I think both of us have our hearts in bringing out as many new songs as possible. You know, we'll even have some sort of set list, which normally we don't do, but just to refresh our memories. But yeah, a lot of new stuff, and a lot of new sounds, and I'm sure we're going to do a drum jam too. You know, to get that get our jujus out.
And we're very honored to be on KBFT. Thank you for having us. We're super excited. Can't wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. You're welcome. You know, you guys are part of our family. You know, we really do. You know, we play your music on the station all the time, and we try to support you guys as much as we can. And we just love to. We're glad to have you on and to be part of this very special virtual music performance. And thanks again for helping us out and with this performance. Might seem like a redundant question, being that we're on Facebook, but where can we find your music?
Facebook is a good place to do it. You can also, you know, the usual social media outlets, and there's also our website. It's www.thebrothersburnmountain.com. That's a real good place.
Cool. And do you have any words of encouragement to upcoming artists and musicians?
Oh, geez. Yeah. I would say be steadfast. Any artist or musician out there, just keep doing it. It's going to come back around. Things are going to open up eventually again where you get to perform. Keep playing your instruments every day. That's what I would say. Do that discipline and put the work in. Keep playing.
Yeah. A memory just flashed into my mind of about, 17 years ago, early on. We were having a particularly difficult period, hardly any money. Hopefully we'd get enough, earn enough money from a gig to have gas and food enough to make it to the next gig. And so we were kind of low in that, crawling through the ashes period. And we were trying to record a song, and nothing was going well. Everything was failing, and we were at odds with each other and just about ready to. I think Ryan said, "Don't punch me," and I wasn't about to, but he said it anyways. And I walked out, and I swear to God, the very next day we had a breakthrough. We just had to tough it through that period of I don't know. It's not exactly depressiveness, but it's feeling kind of low, really low and draggy. And the very next day, we just had to push through. And then the very next day is when the epiphany happened, you know, that, like Brian said, literally just be patient with the downtime, the fallow periods, and even the low periods, and the high periods will come naturally if you just keep every day making music.
It comes back around. Everything comes back around.
Oh, very nice, guys. And I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you guys are busy, and we're looking forward to the performance. And thank you so much for sitting down with us and chatting with us today. And we wish you well, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
See you soon, Chad.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.